All right, guys. So today, Bitcoin is moving back up to the upside. A lot of alts are recovering back up to the upside today as well. So, of course, I want to talk about it. There is, in fact, a fair few Bitcoin charts that I do want to show you guys, indicating that yes, okay, Bitcoin, as I've been telling guys many times now, okay, that Bitcoin is programmed to go much higher. We will see Bitcoin going back up to 100,000. Okay, and then of course it's going to be going back up to its previous all-time highs of 109k, and not even just that, it's going to be reaching a new high. Right, the Bitcoin top is not in yet, guys. As I've been telling us that many times. Okay, the Bitcoin top is not in yet. We're not entering, okay, a bear market. We're still in a bull market, guys. As I told you guys many times, corrections are normal, even during a bull market. Just because we're in a bull market does not mean we're not going to see red days. We're not going to see corrections or pullbacks. Okay, I've been telling us many times, it's normal to see corrections. It's normal to see red days, even during a bull market. Okay, it is normal, guys. Okay, and that's exactly what we did see for Bitcoin and the crypto market, right? We know Bitcoin for the past few weeks has been dropping, the same with altcoins, but today, okay, we are in fact seeing a recovery, a beautiful recovery happening right now for Bitcoin and pretty much the entire crypto market. So I do want to talk about that for today's video because the market today is moving. Okay, not even just the crypto market, even the stock market is moving today, right? And then, of course, I want to show you guys these charts for Bitcoin. So Bitcoin right now, just look at this, guys. Okay, we're currently at the 1 hour time frame, and yes, Bitcoin is moving. Yesterday, we saw Bitcoin moving, but today it is really moving up to the upside. Okay, Bitcoin is ripping back up to the upside, coming up to 87k right now. Is holding at $86,900. Looking pretty good right now for Bitcoin. Casper right now, okay, back at 8 cents, above 8 cents, so looking pretty good for Casper. Ethereum right now, absolutely exploding. Ethereum, right, is back at $2,000. Looking pretty good today for Ethereum as well. Ethereum today is actually moving way more than Bitcoin, right? So it's looking pretty good right now for, both Bitcoin and Ethereum. I mean, a lot of alts today are moving as well. Past 24 hours, you guys can clearly see. Ethereum is up over 7%. Bitcoin is up over 5%. XRP today, absolutely exploding, up over 11%. Solana today, 8%. Dogecoin, almost 6%. Same with Cardano. Chainlink, 7%. What else is there? Sui, 8%, right? A lot of alts are moving for the past 24 hours, guys. So today is for sure a green day today. Everything is moving back up to the upside. The market today overall is up almost 5%, and the global crypto market cap now sitting at 2.83 trillion, looking like it wants to go back up to that 3 trillion mark, and of course, much higher. Okay, and that will eventually happen. So, Bitcoin monthly returns, Bitcoin right now is up over 1%. Let's just refresh this, see if it has changed. Right, maybe not. Okay, it still hasn't changed, but yes, okay, we are still in the greens right now for this month of March. Okay, we still have over a week left into this month, so we will see if we will see Bitcoin up 5%, over 5%, 10% maybe. Okay, we will see, but Bitcoin is having a beautiful recovery right now for this month of March. Now, remember, guys, okay, the crypto market today is not the only one that is moving today. Okay, also the stock market is moving. Okay, so yes, it's clearly see. Okay, the US stock market is pumping as well, right? And yeah, it's not just crypto, it's also the stock market. So everything today is pumping, which is beautiful to see. Okay, it is absolutely beautiful to see. And I think the main reason why the markets today are moving is, I believe, we had the FOMC meeting a couple of hours ago. Okay, and that's why the market today is pretty much moving. But yeah, getting to these charts, guys. Okay, starting off with this one, I want to talk about altcoins, right? So as I told you guys, even in my most previous video, right? If you guys haven't seen yesterday's video, you should definitely check it out. I pretty much just tell you guys my plans. What are my plans for this crypto bull market for this year in 2025? If you guys haven't seen that video, you should definitely check it out. But yeah, I told you guys that alt season is coming. Okay, soon enough, we're gonna see the Bitcoin dominance dropping, and once we do see the Bitcoin dominance dropping, guys, that's when alt season will pretty much begin. So you guys can clearly see it's still up over 60%. Okay, the Bitcoin dominance, but I really do believe soon enough this is going to have a massive downfall. When that happens, okay, when we do see that happening for the Bitcoin dominance, that is when alt season does begin, because usually, right, when we do see a drop happening for the Bitcoin dominance, that's pretty much when alt season does begin. So when we do see a drop happening for the Bitcoin dominance right over here, that's when alt season will begin. As I told you guys many times, I still truly believe that alt season is still programmed to happen. Okay, a lot of these alts will move, and once they move, okay, yes, I'm going to be taking majority of my profits from these alts, and I'm going to reinvest it back into things like Bitcoin and Casper, right? Because Bitcoin and Casper are the only two crypto coins that I'm mainly focusing for long term as of right now. Okay, it used to be like Ethereum, okay, and I still believe, you know, Ethereum, Solana, things like even Chainlink are great for long term investments. But ever since I came across Casper, I'm just all in on Casper, right? Same with Bitcoin, of course. As we know, Bitcoin is a great long-term investment. But that's just that. Like I said, you should definitely watch yesterday's video if you guys haven't seen it yet. But moving on to this chart right over here, history does repeat. Okay, it does repeat. And you guys can clearly see back 2017, 852 days. You guys can clearly see in before it hit the bottom. And then after that, okay, we did see Bitcoin pumping. Okay, that was back in 2017. So it seems like, you know, a very, very similar move is happening right now for this year in 2025, for this bull market, right? It's looking very, very similar to what it did back in 2017. So understand Bitcoin, you know, it is ready to go much, much higher. Okay, and this chart just clearly shows you guys that the top is not in yet. We will see Bitcoin reaching 150, 180 to 200K to even 300K. You know, the Bitcoin Strategic Reserve, as we know, it's happening, right? A lot of institutions are buying into Bitcoin. A lot of different countries are adopting into Bitcoin. With that happening, the price can go much, much higher. Understand that, guys, for sure. So Bitcoin holders, be ready for that, okay? So also, Bitcoin is looking very, very similar to what it's doing back in 2020. So you're clearly seeing in 2020, okay, we had this drop right over here, okay, and then right after that drop, it covered up, back up to the upside, and it did skyrocket. And that's exactly what Bitcoin is doing right now. As we know, Bitcoin did in fact have this correction for the past few weeks, okay, as we all know, and we have in fact been seeing a lot of sideways price movements, but soon enough, guys, okay, that's going to change. Bitcoin will recover back up to, like I said, 100K, and then eventually back up to its previous all-time highs of $109,000, and of course reaching a new all-time high. That is going to be happening, guys. Okay, history is going to repeat itself. Okay, history doesn't, you know, 100% repeat itself, but it does rhyme. Okay, understand that, guys. So understand what Bitcoin did back in 2020 is looking very similar to what it's doing right now in this very moment for this year in 2025. You guys can clearly see that, right, with the comparison. So I am ready, and this just clearly shows you guys that Bitcoin is ready to go much, much higher. Okay, and look at this chart, right? This chart just clearly shows you guys that this year, 2025, Bitcoin bull run is programmed. Okay, it really, really is, guys. You guys can just clearly see that. Again, what Bitcoin did back 2017 for that bull run is looking like it's very, very similar to what it's doing for this bull run this year in 2025, right? So there's a lot of comparisons today for these charts for Bitcoin, comparing it to what it did back in 2020, okay, slash 2021, even back in 2017, right? You also clearly see that. So like I said, again, history doesn't 100% repeat itself, okay, but it does rhyme, right? You guys can clearly see in this chart, it's looking very, very similar. Okay, it really, really is, guys. So this just clearly shows you guys a strong signal that the top is not in yet for Bitcoin. We will see Bitcoin going much, much higher. Okay, so Bitcoin holders, be prepared for that. Okay, now, like I said, guys, corrections are normal. Okay, even during a bull market, during a bull run, corrections are 100% normal. So Stock Money Lizard says here, ongoing correction in a bull market. Don't get fooled. We will break the 180K all-time high. That's actually incorrect. It's actually 109K. Anyways, within a couple of weeks / few months. And yes, I agree. Okay, we will see Bitcoin going back up, recovering back up to 100K, and of course back up to its previous size of $109,000. and then of course reaching a new high. And you guys clearly see corrections are normal, right? Remember, guys, okay, back in 2022, right around November, okay, we did see Bitcoin reaching a bottom of like 15K, right? And ever since then, Bitcoin has in fact been forming this beautiful uptrend, right? We saw this beautiful, recovery back up to the upside ever since early of 2023 to where we are right now. Bitcoin has in fact been forming this beautiful uptrend back up to the upside, going back up to its previous highs, and of course reaching a new high. And you guys clearly see along the way, when Bitcoin was in this bull run, having this beautiful uptrend, we saw corrections along the way. You guys can clearly see that we saw a correction right over here, correction right over here. Okay, and we now are in fact seeing a correction right over here, and soon enough it's going to recover right back up to the upside. So every single time, guys, we have these corrections, we always see Bitcoin breaking that resistance and of course going up, right? So understand this uptrend that we have in fact been seeing for Bitcoin will continue on. Okay, it will continue, guys, to go much higher. So be ready for that, guys. Okay, so while Bitcoin is still below, $100,000, while still below $90,000, this is a great time right now to accumulate. This is a great time right now to simply DCA into Bitcoin. Okay, it really is, guys. So that being said, thank you guys so much for watching today's video. Bitcoin holders, get ready because Bitcoin is going to be going much higher. Okay, as I told you guys many times throughout my videos for the past few weeks, few months, the top is not in here for Bitcoin. Okay, 109K, okay, 109K for Bitcoin is not the top. It's going to go much higher than that. Mark my words. So that being said, thank you guys so much for watching today's video. Give a thumbs up and of course subscribe. That is always appreciated. And I will catch you guys all in my next video. Have a good one, guys.